Greetings, commanders. Welcome to an impromptu guest setting and have a little wander around Colonia. Arrived here about a week and I've been farming the engineers. Trust that the audio is okay. Start. So the carrier's right beside this station here. I've been looking at some of the mission stuff on. I hadn't really done very much ground-based stuff other than exobiology. Focused primarily on that and old school exploration on the way here. A little bit of mining. So that's why my trade rank's high. And I'm a couple of ranks through exobiology. And I'm reaching the next elite rank. But when I got to Colonia, I would have a look and see what options are available for somebody in this distant part of space to actually do the ground-based stuff. And I was quite surprised there's a fair bit here. So I'm not going to go down on this ship. What I'll do is see if I can pick a mission and I'll go and get the one I've been using for the ground-based stuff. A little bit render base, and I have struggled doing any stream play Odyssey content. Graphics struggles a little bit trying to cover this since they upgraded the game engine. We'll give it a go and see what we get. So I've used the mission board on Colonia to try and find different locations on the ground to help me gather up the materials for the engineers. And the engineers out here are looking for specific things which you can actually get in Colonia. Sadly, there's still an element of grind the whole thing, but if you spread it over a period of time, it can be done. So I'm really looking for any types of materials the engineers need. Also, I'm looking for missions where I can get the containers, hidden caches and stuff. So this one is one that we use for the engineers in trouble. Chance again. Yeah. Don't see any of the materials in. Yeah. knock data. So we're just going to take this one that actually reveals some containers we can stuff from. That's actually in this system. Get our ship with the SRV on it, which I'm kind of used for this. Why is the cut loading bit at the front? I'm using the cutter mainly as a support ship for the carrier. Really good because the capacity it's got. And mine on it, I can defend myself on it. Do a lot without actually having to change the ship. Too big for exploration. Some of the planets are quite difficult to land on. But I tend to sit in my cutter when I'm jumping the carrier if I'm not playing chase the carrier, so I can refuel it quick and move on. I've also got fairly lazy in the time I've been in the black. Lots of automatic tools for when I'm farming stuff. Docking and landing and whatnot. But did enough docking not to get too stressed about it. Yeah, not to get too stressed about it all. Let's head to the carrier and get the other ship.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Away.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Uh-oh. Let's get landed. And whilst the ship's landing, we'll have a look at the engineers and where we are with them. I think I started this about a week ago. Can't quite remember. And most of the original game's engineers were done, apart from one, due to combat rank. This one here. Happily, I'm almost at that combat rank, but combat rank, unless you fight Thargoid, just totally broke. Especially the higher up you get. And I've kind of gave up chasing it now. It'll happen when it happens. So, the engineers in Colonia are this fella here, called Thanos, who's some kind of religious nut. And he's looking for 10 faction associates, and I've given 6. These are quite grindy. These are the Colonia equivalent of opinion polls. which I had horrendous problems getting back in the bubble. The next one is this one, who is needing manufacturing instructions. I haven't really been farming them so much. I was spending my time getting the culinary or cocktail recipes, which I finished yesterday. But obviously, use the engineers when you visit them in this state. The unlocks are to get the next engineer. And the last one's this lady here. And I need one digital designs. I've not managed to get that yet. Hopefully we'll maybe get that. And the way the Colonia engineers work is slightly different from the ones bubble. You have to finish all 3 of these. Once you've done that, all of them give you the location of the engineer. Then you obviously grind for that one. So I've obviously just focused on these and picked up mats because I had extremely limited stocks on anything. I hadn't did a lot of ground stuff. Since I've got here, I've taken my rank from nothing on the mercenary side, mostly defence, by shooting the guys that chase me really. On my main account, I've got a specific ship for this kind of stuff. I tend to use a Mark 4. But I don't have a specific ship for this. One I was using was this one. Oh. Oh. I've picked up. Ah, one. I was meant to sell that at the way. This is what I've got to clear in the carrier. Enough. And it's slow to go. Oh, got a little note there for some. Subatomic Fields. Great name. I like it. Very techy. Yeah, thanks for watching. Pennsylvania system. Let's look what that is on the map. Let's go get our ship first. Yeah, I'm using this Asp Explorer, which is not really equipped for doing the ground stuff, but it's got the range and stuff. So as Subatomic Fuels is saying, power restore missions is something I've been doing myself here. Because you have to do quite a few of them, 10 I think for one of the engineers back in the bubble. It is. There we go, that guy there. I've not opened any of these Odyssey punters really, other than the ones that were here. And I think I did 100 light years on shuttles before I left, so when I go back I can get this one in me the next engineer. But picked up some, because the Larceny sites is obviously bubble as well. That's where we're going to go first. Hopefully it's going to be one of the ones that's taking us. Yeah.
Landing gear retracted.
I've no idea how this stream's going to turn out. It's really just a testing. Settings a bit better. Graphics card's fairly old. I've been debating whether to buy a new one for the board I have. Can't afford to buy a whole rig. The price of hardware at the minute's absolutely crazy.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I would thought I would try. I used to be able to stream in Horizons fine. I think it's since they've introduced the PBR textures and you know that kind of stuff to make things more photorealistic. Yeah, it's giving me more of a challenge. LKS Yamato. Pennsylvania system. Might go and visit Mr. Subatomic Fields. Or maybe it's Miss Subatomic Fields. I found in doing the missions out here that one of three things can happen, especially in the habitation ones that I've did quite a lot of. You can land there, nobody's there, you can stick your power regulator in to power it up. Or you can run through the whole place and pick everything up and download all the data. And as soon as you take your power regulator out, the bad guys come. Now I tend to just run away and make sure my stuff's safe by either docking and Mr. Subatomic. Hello there, welcome. By docking in my ship or my SRV so that I'm not going to lose them. Too many times I've decided to take some guys on and get killed or critically injured, as the game says. And very annoying when you've got stuff you need in your backpack. So I've got to laugh at an old 1080 Ti, so I think the card I've got's like maybe 2 generations before that. I've got a 750 Ti and it's really struggling now. I don't know how much RAM's on the 1080 Ti. I've got 2 gig in mine, and yeah, it can. Sometimes you can see it when you land on the planets. It's not quite finished. It's displacement stuff, and there's you're sinking into the ground, and then all of a sudden everything will pop into place. So. Looks like an icy world, but pretty sure I'm going to end up going to that irregular markers, but in the place anyway. Really?
50%.
Come on. I don't see, do not see where I need to go. I'm assuming I need to go this way. Yes. Oh, my screen's flickering all over the place, so this will begin the stream a challenge, I would think. Well, that was rude. Trying to do a bit of scanning here. Do the whole thing? No. Typical. Another one.
Surface scan complete.
Yeah, 11 gigs is, compared to my 2, is a huge increase, but that's why the card will be holding up. Is it a PCIe 3 slot you've got? Because I'm running in a PCIe 2 and that's another bottleneck really. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to this irregular markers. With a bit of luck, this is going to be the containers. 3 containers. Okay, head down.
Orbital flight engaged.
Let's get on down. I haven't streamed in a little while, so it's really pleasant to have a visitor. Thank you very much, Mr. Subatomic Fields. I was just doing this as a test run just to see if I could actually do it again. Spent, I don't know, easy 2 months going from the bubble to Colonia because I tried to visit every single station on the Colonia bridge, and I think I got as far as maybe the Triffid Nebula or just slightly after it, and then I gave up with that idea. It was just before they introduced the new stations to the community goals. But I'm finding, for a carrier point of view, tritium quantities in Colonia is an absolute nightmare. So, and mining 16,000 ton of tritium is just a non-starter. That's way too much time in the game than I've got for it. I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate that as a fellow carrier owner. And the thing that annoys me the most is the fact I've got a bunch of crewmen and women just hanging about like store cats, no lifting a stroke to help me. Quite happy to let me shovel the coal in and stuff. I think I've said as much on the Frontier forums. There is a way to get free trit in Colonia, okay. I'd appreciate if you'd share that, because tritium's a nightmare when you've not got the time in the game because of work and real life stuff, really. Look at that, it looks like it's the 3 containers, which is what we've been wanting. And there's a little broken SRV. So this is something everybody that's done the stuff on back in the bubble has all seen before. I've seen it on my main account, so. Oh yeah, auto refueling the carrier would be fantastic. Absolutely would be fantastic. And sometimes you'll come to these sites and there'll be a bunch of scumbags that want to shoot you and stuff, but I don't see any of them here. So I've got my Maverick suit. I've got a 2 in a station one day, just luckily. And obviously there's no engineering on it, because materials has been... Oh, this is where the stream may go knackered, because this is where the game decides it wants to not work sometimes when I'm streaming, so... Let's see if it starts to jerk about. I've never actually fitted a black market on a carrier. It wasn't really something I thought about, if I'm honest. Maybe that's why they did it that way. That's interesting to know. So, first port of call is this thing. That's the guy that's dead. Didn't make it. I've been to some of these systems where the closer. So the SRV's actually up on its feet and you can get underneath it and get the power core out of it. Don't have that one here, so that's a shame. Oh, I hate this. On. So this stuff is free materials. Don't think there's anything else I can get off of that. Next thing we're breaking into these. Oh, we need energy.
Suit recharging.
Happily, there's something quite handy for us here.
Suit fully charged.
Weapon schematics are nice. Push. Push is really what we're wanting out of here, because this is for one of the engineers. Push. Push. Or drugs. There's some cells I can go back and get and empty them in. I would need a knee breach for that and I don't have one. So the black market, how does it work? Is there a guide online for it, or a simple Google search would let me find it with it? I say I've never thought about using the black market before. Ah, that's sneaky. That's sneaky. I like it. Okay, I didn't know about that. That's great information. Thanks very much. Right, I need to go back to my ship because my stuff's full. This odd JFK and me on the ground, or is it actually alright here? I mean, there's only what, 3 containers and some bits and bobs, so I'd hope it was okay. So I'll get my suit charged up, and I'm going to transfer absolutely everything I've got now onto the carry, onto the ship. Don't think about it. And then we'll go back. So I've got this guy is a second account for me, and I've got another carrier on its way here, so I'm actually going to try that on that other guy. It'll probably make me some kind of criminal, but trying to get trying to get fuel is a activity that's worth being a criminal for. Oh, come on. Never missed. Corner. There we go. Lots of these things I can pick up. Push and hush. Weapons schematic. Right, so whatever I needed for the mission, I've got. Which is fab. And it's telling me to leave the area. I don't have any e-breaches to open these up. Which is a shame. And basically I'm wanting to empty this place of everything else it has. My backpack no longer contains prohibited items. I've been able to find lots of these. When I first started the game, I was finding them quite easily, not really knowing what they were. And I think I'd got my push quantity for the first engineer without really noticing it. And then it took me ages to find any again, but I came to Colonia and I found one of these quite quick, so. I could go back and I could get the rest of them cells, but we're fine. I've got enough. And this mission's done. So we basically want to go back and
Mission
hand that
objective detected.
in. Don't know what that's telling me that for. Let's go back to the station.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, hey. Well, I'll be safe, mate, and enjoy it. And thanks very much for walking. You take it easy. And yeah, Scotland is beautiful. Just a shame it's so rainy sometimes. Thanks for that, and thanks for coming along. And thanks for the great tip about Britain. I appreciate it. You take care.
Frameshift drive charging.
Subatomic fuels. Get my pen down. Got a note of that. Why am I not moving?
4,
Oh, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So yeah, so Larceny missions we can do in Colonia. They do exist. They do let us get push and come out here having never done a mission before and find them quite. I do believe you can also find the irregular markers just without needing the mission. I've never done it that way for a while. Let's get back to this station and dock. The reason I'm in this system in Colonia and not Colonia itself is because this is one of the carrier administration systems I could actually get a carrier into. The rest of them were pretty full. So yeah, so the engineer that needed push I showed, and 26 of it. I think I need to provide 10 or 5. Let's dock and I'll have a look. And then we'll go and do another type mission, which does involve me repowering a station, but it isn't a repower mission itself. I will try and find a repower mission. They're available here as well. So we'll let the thing dock. I'm going to pour myself a drink and be back in a tick.
Landing gear deployed.
Greetings to all visitors. Please alight at your assigned path. Thanks for choosing this facility. Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit requests for entering the docking bay.
Okay. So the good thing about missions that you pick up on feet, once you've got them, you don't need to go on feet to hand them back in. So the cash rewards aren't great for here, but hidden cash missions is what you want for push pretty much, and they're doable in Colonia. You also get the reputation reward if it's a minor faction. But so the next mission I'm going to do is one that's been looking for culinary recipes, digital designs, and the faction associate stuff for the 3 first engineers in here. And after a little search on Google, it directed me to this here system. And a landable base on it called there it is there. The Dam's Peace. The Dam? Endam? And you need... You can exploit this one with a Maverick suit. But it's much easier if you've got a power core. Obviously that involves the risk of maybe losing it.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
See if I get interdicted again. This one's quite far away. So anybody who's been farming any of the original engineering materials, maybe at Dav's Hope or Commander Jameson's crash site or these places, this is like that. The only difference being in Odyssey, when you've break the materials out yet, you have to can't log out and reset it by logging out and logging in again like you can the original stuff. Also, if you log out and log in and you're landing in one of these places, when you've logged back in again, there isn't any materials at all for you to pick up. I can understand them wanting to make it more of a challenge, but considering how difficult some of the initial materials to get for these engineers are, it's a minor irritation, to say the least. Anybody who's new to the game watching this and wondering why I've got so many stars here, we're not at the bubble, but we are at the centre of the galaxy, sorry, 4, but we are fairly close to it. The closer you get to that, the more stars you actually see together. For this one I tend to use the SRV for. I find it easier to do with the SRV next to the power system station. I don't have enough
Orbital flight engaged.
don't have enough cargo space to hold everything. And this is only one of the smaller type of habitation touristy bases. I'm hoping it's not powered. I've been here a week and it's not been powered up. But sod's law, when you're streaming, you'll come back to somewhere and it'll be different. Okay, stand back, we're going in. I always find it interesting conversations with other commanders over the different engines between the Horizons Beyond engine and Odyssey. I don't think I could go back. As much as I like Horizons at the time, I've just found the new planetary tech to be altogether more pleasing to the eye. And I know that there was controversy at first. Lots of the vistas that people were used to events were changed because of the engine change. But the way I see that is it's just more reason to go out and find new stuff.
Docking request granted.
So let's get landed. Let the computer do it for me because I'm lazy. Start getting shot at here. I'll normally fly away and land close at hand. But if I don't, it's usually a good sign that this is going to let me farm it. So this is a habitation base.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Don't see anybody shooting at me yet. I don't need to load up anything at the moment. On these. Yep. Ah, I didn't mean to go out. I meant to get the SRV out. I see I'm not exactly firing in all thrusters at them. Try that again. Ooh.
Low gravity landing.
So there is guys here. There is guys here. So I'm going to need to take them out first. see any power on this place, so. So we'll get our SRV parked like we normally do. We'll take them guys out. And we'll do that without having our regulator in our possession. So look, if we die now, we're going to lose our SRV. We're going to lose
Drive assist off.
anything in the backpack. So the reason I'm fighting here is because get this door open. There's a armor box here. There's a of them. There's a guy there.
Shield activated.
So they know I'm here.
Shield offline.
What that needs, get in the ass.
Shield online.
There's the next one there. There's another one there as well. And there.
Shield offline. Suit fully charged. Shield online.
Right, we're back up to full. Guy's half in the ground, look.
Bounty detected. Bounty detected. Bounty detected.
Another one somewhere.
Nothing so far. Continuing search.
one's coming. Oh. Oh. Oh, wasn't that one?
Bounty detected. Bounty detected.
Okay. I think we've got. Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's that one. Oh.
Bounty detected.
Right. Hopefully that's them all. I can get re-energized from there, but I'm going to take this second energy cell.
Suit fully charged.
I'm going to break in here.
Entering pressurized environment. Leaving pressurized environment. Shield deactivated.
In the man. Okay.
Pressurized environment.
Ah, right. I need to get the
Leaving pressurized environment.
power regulator, and I also need to clone this guy so I can turn everything on and get in all the doors.
Security profile cloned.
That's all. That there.
Entering pressurized environment.
Take long to power the system up. Right, and we can power up again.
Suit recharging. Suit fully charged.
So we can go on a mining fest here. Or a farming fest again. Not everything's fully full, but there's quite a lot to collect in here.
Purging atmosphere.
Leaving pressurized environment.
And I haven't heard that any ships arrives. Should be safe, I think, to collect stuff.
Entering pressurized environment.
I'm picking absolutely everything up because it's all the materials.
Fire detected. Fire detected.
The faction associates is what I
Downloading
need.
data.
Good.
Transfer complete.
Fire detected.
Downloading data.
Fire detected.
Transfer complete.
Fire detected. Fire detected. Fire detected.
Yeah, I think this one's good.
Suit recharging. Suit fully charged.
Fire detected.
Yeah. Don't know, had I been up the stairs? I had, yeah. Remember coming. Yeah, got there.
Fire detected.
Leaving pressurized environment.
So you can get an e-breach or you can open them up via the in for the boxes on the scanner. really full now with the stuff here, I think.
Transfer complete. Suit
Fire
recharging.
detected.
Suit fully charged. Leaving pressurized environment. Entering pressurized environment.
So I need that one, and I need that other one,
Downloading data.
and I need the one I'm picking up for one of the engineers
Transfer
back
complete.
in the bubble. I need to come back in here. Wanted nothing in
Fire
it.
detected.
So yeah, I need to go back to the ship or the SRV.
Leaving pressurized environment.
Put my little inventory of collected goods. Nothing now. Got the one at the far end.
Entering pressurized environment. Downloading data.
I think it was political, I think it was factive if we wanted. Game.
Fire detected.
Transfer complete. Leaving pressurized environment.
Or box and over.
Entering pressurized environment.
Fire detected.
Downloading data. Transfer complete. Leaving pressurized environment. Entering pressurized environment. Downloading data.
None of them are the ones I'm looking for.
Transfer complete. Leaving pressurized environment. Entering pressurized environment.
Fall again.
Downloading data. Transfer complete.
Fire detected.
Get everything across again. That's container 1 outside.
Entering pressurized environment.
Container 1 is 7770. Container 2 is 9552.
Fire detected.
Container 3. Open is open. Container 7 is 511. Container 9 is 6.
Fire detected.
Right. On them.
Fire detected.
Have one of that. Yep.
Leaving pressurized environment.
7770. Seven. Ah. Oh, must have buy it. Nine oh one six. wrote it down right. Okay.
Entering pressurized environment.
Know what that one is. I've done 192.
Fire detected.
8016.
Leaving pressurized environment.
Cool now. And this one's already built. Okay. All that's left for me to do is to get the power rig back. Down my gun.
Power center shut.
Turn that off. So we're just waiting for the power to go. So that's been pretty good farm. I've only got a couple of the items I needed though. So it is a bit grindy because you have to come back and do it again and again. The most important thing at the end of it is you pick up this power converter and get it back safely into storage on board the ship. Even if you die on the ground when you've put everything away, it doesn't cost you anything other than taking you back up on the air again. Sometimes the guys will come as soon as you take this regulator out, so and the weapons they have, there's a few of them, can completely destroy your ship's shield, so
Shutdown T minus 60 seconds.
So this wasn't a mission as such. I did everything you can potentially do in a repower mission or a reactivation mission. But obviously this place has been depowered since I got here, and it's quite easy to farm, and the enemies aren't too bad really that there would be a problem.
Recharging. Suit fully charged.
There's another dot on my scanner, and there's a jump in. There's guys coming. Let's get out of here. Because they will chase me into my ship. So they've landed already, or they've been dropped off. And I can fight them. I don't want to fight them now. I want to get my power regulator back onto the ship. Yeah, in fact, I think it's probably safe now that I'm back on board the SRV, because it'll have transferred there for me. But there's basically nothing left for me to do here. I've got some bounties for the first guy I killed, and I can easily get overrun here if I'm not careful. Because I'm still only in a Maverick suit. Here they come.
Drive assist off.
I've done what I always tend to do. Always tend to do this by mistake. Don't see the guys coming to get me. I'm not going to risk it. I've got a good bit of data. I'm going to get on board and get away.
Drive assist off. Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
And I've got a few bounties for killing people wanted by other factions there. And I don't appear to have any crimes.
Frameshift drive charging.
So that'll do me fine. I'm going to go find a station here I can dock at. I should be able to hand in these criminal bounties here. takes a little while to climb out of planets. Gravity. Well. So as we're coming into dock at this final station, the only thing I'm going to add before I call the stream is the information that Frontier released a little while ago about version 4, which I'm assuming is that Odyssey's graphic engine is going to be released to Horizons players. And I mentioned a little bit earlier about how, I've read some Horizons players are not thrilled about this. They prefer the Horizons planets as they are. And I guess, they're perfectly entitled to their opinion and viewpoint in that. They play Horizons. I've went over to Odyssey. My personal view is that the Odyssey planet tech is much better than what Horizon was, and definitely out in the black there's a wide variety of pretty good landscapes to be seen now. But I do understand that the changes to the engine and the subsequent changes to the procedural routine to generate the worlds changed a lot of the worlds that people liked and went back to over and over and over again. But I hope that this is now going to bring some of the new looks for guys that still play in the consoles. Obviously the Odyssey engine's lost to them, the Odyssey game content, but anyway. It'll be interesting to hear what they think, and if that's in fact the case for consoles. And if it is, then it's not been a graphic engine so much been the issue when it comes to Odyssey on consoles. It's something else which we've never really been informed about. Obviously Frontier have got their own reasons for that. It would be really good if we had a flight camera replay thing for shooting decent sequences. So yeah, it's interesting what they've done about the version 3.8 that's the existing engine, and version 4 they're gonna have them going at the same time. I'm sure it will generate a lot of discussion when it happens. And obviously the last big bit of news is the event around in the whole Salvation and Azimuth Biochemicals saga, which looks as if it's drawn to a conclusion, at least as far as this chapter of event goes. So yeah, I think, you know, there's stuff to look forward to in Elite Dangerous. I'll keep playing it, I enjoy it, and I hope this stream's been informative. The Larceny sites are active in Colonia. There is habitation places you can go and raid and rob and a little bit grindy to get the results, and there is more, but that's what, about 50 minutes. That's enough for me. So yeah, I'll bid everybody a pleasant day, and hope to see you again. Thank you very much, Subatomic, for visiting and saying hello. I appreciate that. And yeah, take care everybody.